Thank you very much, Mr. Swallow. I'll join our colleagues in thanking you for bringing us together on for this very important initiative. You have, as you have mentioned, spent a good deal of time with the police officers. You have been a real champion in keeping all of this going and, again, bringing us together. And as Mary Kay said, this isn't about a plaque. It's about a decision that was made to ignore the recognition that Congress in 2022 voted in a bipartisan way, the recognition to our police officers. Officer Hodges, Sergeant Gannell, thank you. Thank you and your colleagues for what you did that day. I just want to back up for a moment to say what happened that day. That day, in this Capitol, we had an assault on the Constitution of the United States, an assault on the Congress of the United States, and an assault on the Capitol of the United States. It was one that came with such fierce and defecation, if I just may say, how awful it was. With disrespect for the workers of the Capitol who keep it so lovely for visitors and safe. And then, at the instigation of the President of the United States, they caused an insurrection right here in the Capitol. And they are trying to rewrite history, a different narrative than what happened. Why the Constitution? Because that was the day we were, by law, supposed to, and we did, accept the numbers from the Electoral College. It was so emotional for us because this is what our responsibility was, to accept those numbers from the Electoral College. They did everything in their power, try to steal the boxes and all the rest. It was a hopeless thing for them. But that was why they came that day. It wasn't just any day. It was Electoral College Day. Okay, so we have that. The Constitution said that they came that day. The Congress of the United States was charged to do that, and this was an assault to make sure we couldn't do that. And the Capitol, this dome, built by Abraham Lincoln and during the Civil War, people said, Mr. President, we need the steel and the person power to fight the war. He said, no, we must show the world we are resilient. And it continued the construction of this dome. To see that dome besmirched by people coming in with flags from, I don't know, Nazi flags, any kind of flag that was counter to what we believe in as our country, and an insult to Abraham Lincoln in addition to the Congress, the Constitution, and our people who are here. So let's not let them rewrite history. They're doing this as a counter-narrative to the truth because they can't face the truth. And the truth is that they did something very wrong, unpatriotic, illegal, unconstitutional that day. So you would think they would welcome the opportunity to say the people who saved our lives should be recognized. We were able, of course, to do the Congressional Gold Medal for the Capitol Police, the Metropolitan Police, and the law enforcement that saved our lives that day. We were also able to pass the legislation in the Democratic majority, but in a bipartisan way, for this plaque, so that everyone who came to the Capitol would see that recognition. But what you see now is an attitude of fear. They're afraid of the president. Why would they be afraid of a plaque? They're afraid of the president. They're afraid of the free press and how this is reported. They're trying to dilute the story of what happened that day. They're undermining the principles of democracy as they refuse to put up this plaque. But we will continue until it is there, and it won't be long. It won't be long. Now, I associate myself with everything that our colleagues have said. I get emotional about the Electoral College because we had staff from the Senate side carrying the mahogany boxes over, and they were chasing them down to get the mahogany boxes. It was a horrible thing. So don't anybody be misled because of their interference with freedom of the press and the threats they're making to people who don't vote with them on this. This was an insurrection incited by the President of the United States, and its effect is being carried out by not recognizing the role of those who protected us that day. And I'm just very honored to be here with my colleagues, but especially to be here with our police officers. In this police week, you would think that they would, with pride, carry this into the Capitol. Well, the day is early. Thank you again, Eric Swalwell, for bringing us together. Thank you, my colleagues, for sharing your personal experiences that day. But we will not let them deny the truth and the fact of what happened that day. To do so would be to undermine the vision of our founders, the sacrifice of the people who were there to protect us, and the aspirations of those who visit the Capitol. I yield back.